Hello and welcome. You're watching NDTV 24/7. I'm Osama Shah. Ahead of the Delhi elections, Arvind Kejriwal officially launched Aam Aadmi Party's 18,000 rupees monthly honorarium for the priests, but not without controversy. The BJP swiftly lambasted Kejriwal, saying that his actions were more about optics than faith. Bansuri Swaraj accused Aam Aadmi Party of election gimmicks. Meanwhile, Chief Minister Atishi defended the scheme's merit.
Arvind Kejriwal officially kick-started the registration for AAP's 18,000 per month honorarium scheme for priests, but only amid the protests. BJP was quick to criticize this move of Kejriwal, saying that even Hanuman ji knows who is a bhakt or who is a hypocrite.
कारण स्पष्ट है कि उन्हें पता है कि जनता के बीच में गुस्सा है, जनता सवाल पूछती है, तो अब वो जगह ढूंढते हैं जहां बिना बताया जा सके। भगवान हनुमान भी जानते हैं, भगवान तो सर्वव्यापी हैं, उन्हें भी मालूम है कि कौन सा भक्त है और कौन सी ऐसी दुरात्मा है जो भक्त का रूप करके धारण करके आ रही है।
Calling this scheme an election gimmick, BJP hit out at Aam Aadmi Party over salaries not paid to imams.
ये वो केजरीवाल जी है, ये वो आम आदमी पार्टी की सरकार है जिसने 17 महीनों से ना इमामों को वेतन दिया, ना मौलवियों को वेतन दिया, और जब वो पहुंचे उनके घर पर प्रदर्शन करने के लिए तो उस समस्या का निदान करने की चेष्टा नहीं करी।
बीजेपी वाले अरविंद केजरीवाल जी को हम सबको गालियां निकाल रहे हैं। मैं उनसे ये पूछना चाहती हूँ, क्या आपको नहीं लगता कि पुजारियों को 18,000 रुपए की सम्मान राशि मिलनी चाहिए? मैं उनसे पूछना चाहती हूँ, क्या आपको नहीं लगता कि ग्रंथियों को 18,000 रुपए की सम्मान राशि मिलनी चाहिए?
Meanwhile, Congress too went all out against Aam Aadmi Party, with Sandeep Dixit announcing that he will pursue this legally.
वो एक प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में कहते हैं कि मुझे भारतीय जनता पार्टी से करोड़ों रुपया कैश में मिल रहा है। तो करोड़ों रुपया कैश का मतलब है मैं अपराधी हूं। तो कोई व्यक्ति अगर मुझे अपराधी कहेगा तो या तो वो सबूत दे या फिर खुद उसके ऊपर अपराध बनता है मानहानि का और वो खुद जेल जाए। इसलिए मैंने कहा कि मैं सिविल भी केस करूंगा और मैं क्रिमिनल भी केस करूंगा।
BJP now has released a poster calling Kejriwal a Chunavi Hindu, while the Congress too has labelled it as an election gimmick. Thus, with the latest bravery announcement by Kejriwal, the triangular contest of Delhi has only gotten more intense and interesting. Now with camera person Kanan Patra, this is Ishka Verma for NDTV.
And Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh, he apologized to the people of Manipur for the unrest that has persisted for over a year. Addressing a press conference in Imphal, he stated, and I quote, "This entire year has been very unfortunate. I apologize. However, I hope that with the progress towards peace we have seen in the last 3 to 4 months, normalcy will be restored in the state by 2025. Listen in.
Entire year is very unfortunate. I feel regret and want to say sorry to the people of the state for what happening till today, since last 3rd May. Many people lost their loved one. Many people left their homes. So I really feel regret, and I would like to apologize to the old victims. But now I hope, after seeing the last 3-4 months progress towards the peace, I hope with the coming of the new year, 2025, the normalcy and the peace will be restored in the state.
In a democratic country, in a democratic state, where is appropriate forum? Appropriate forum is assembly. Assembly is the highest policy decision institution So please come on and let us have a thorough discussion about this present situation in the state of Manipur. We, number of times we appeal to the state government, please let us meet the Honorable Prime Minister if necessary. Let us meet the Honorable Prime Minister. Please help us how to resolve this present crisis in the state of Manipur.
West Bengal's leader of opposition, Shubhendu Adhikari, was in Sandeshkhali a day after Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee's visit to the riverine island. Sandeshkhali, remember, was in the news earlier in the year, especially in the run-up to the Lok Sabha elections, where there were allegations of exploitation of women and land grab. On Monday, Mamata Banerjee had termed the Sandeshkhali allegations as lies and said there was a huge game of money being played there. And on Tuesday, Shubhendu Adhikari hit back at Mamata Banerjee. Here's a report.
For the obscure island of Sandeshkhali, 2024 ended with heavy-duty political events. West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee and Leader of Opposition Shubhendu Adhikari made the island the venue of their last public events for 2024. Boshirhat will see a by-election again due to the death of its Member of Parliament Haji Nurul Islam, and once again, the Sandeshkhali issue is likely to feature prominently, which is why Mamata Banerjee appealed to women voters in her speech, while Shubhendu Adhikari appealed to Hindu voters to ensure Sandeshkhali gives a lead to the BJP.
আকাশরানীকাল এসেছিলেন হেলিকপ্টারে কত পুলিশ এসেছিল ৭,০০০ পুলিশ কালকে মমতা বন্দ্যোপাধ্যায়ের বর্ষ শেষের উৎসবে খরচ কত ৩ কোটি টাকা কার টাকা আপনার আমার টাকা ট্যাক্সের টাকা জনগণের টাকা
মিথ্যা বেশি দিন চলে না মিথ্যেটা কিন্তু একদিন প্রকাশ পায় আমি চাই যা হয়েছে হয়েছে আমার মনে নেই আমি ভুলে গেছি আমি মনে রাখতে চাই সন্দেশখালীর মেয়েরা ছেলেরা তারা ১ নম্বর স্থানে আসুক বিজেপির চক্রান্ত তো আপনারা জানেন সারাক্ষণ ওদের অনেক টাকা আছে বিজেপির টাকায় হাত দেবেন না
Sandeshkhali has seen a shift in the political landscape there since the last election. Sujoy Master or Sujoy Mondal, one of the faces of the agitation in Sandeshkhali, joined the Trinamool Congress on the day of Mamata Banerjee's visit. And while the huge minority population in the entire Boshirhat Lok Sabha seat puts the Trinamool in a favourable position, Sandeshkhali could become a prestige issue and a bone of contention between the two parties when the by-polls are held. With camera person G.D. Shankar, Saurabh Gupta, NDTV.
Telangana Minister Sitaka visited young Shritesh at the KIMS hospital who was injured in the Sandhya theatre incident. The minister said that spoke to the doctors and assured his family of full government support. While Shritesh's health is improving, we are committed to providing the best care, praying for his speedy recovery. In a relief for BRS leader KTR, Telangana High Court extended stay on his arrest in the Formula E case. The High Court reserved its order on KTR's plea, seeking to quash the FIR against him in the Formula E race case. Remember, the Telangana cops, they have alleged that there were irregularities in the race held in Hyderabad last year.
New Year's Eve has brought relief for former Minister and BRS Working President Mr. K.T. Ramarao. The Telangana High Court has reserved the verdict on the quash plea that was filed by him and has said that till such time that the verdict is not announced, the ACB should not go ahead and arrest him. Arguments presented by Mr. KTR's lawyer, Mr. Siddharth Dave, who's a senior advocate in the Supreme Court, he said that the FEO, the Formula E organizers who are said to be the recipients of this money have not been booked as accused, even though it is a case that has been booked under the Anti-Corruption Bureau. He's also argued that there is no wrongful gain or loss that has been caused to anyone. The third part is that in this particular case, the signatory is in fact Mr. Arvind Kumar, and it was the files that was presented by Arvind Kumar that Mr. K.T. Ramarao had seen, and therefore the liability of 405 and 409 of the IPC would not fall on Mr. K.T. Ramarao. Arguments were also presented on behalf of the Anti-Corruption Bureau, which said in fact that the governor's nod has already been taken in this particular case for prosecution. The second part of it is that they have already taken the statement of Mr. Danakishore, who is the Principal Secretary of MAUD and who is a complainant in this particular case. The High Court had in fact inquired what is the status of the investigation, and the AG, the Advocate General, had said that there is a preliminary stage of investigation, that no notifications, in that sense, no appeals were put up either by Mr. Arvind Kumar or BLN Reddy. They also mentioned that no arrest of either Mr. BLN Reddy or Arvind Kumar had taken place in this particular case. Arguments also by Mr. Arvind Kumar's lawyers, we were told that he had in fact said that he had acted on the directions of the minister, because every officer in fact acts on the directions of the minister in any particular case. All these arguments coming at a time when of course the Anti-Corruption Bureau has also filed a case alleging that there is possibly a suspected kind of a violation under FEMA, which is the Foreign Exchange Maintenance Act, and under the PMLA as well. And in this particular case, the lawyers for Mr. KTR also argued that there has been a delay in the filing of this case, and that all this is actually politically motivated as well.
2024 has been a year of monumental achievements for India's Space Research Centre, ISRO. Highlighting this year's successes, ISRO's latest milestone was the launch of the PSLV C-60 rocket from Sriharikota, carrying a host of innovative payloads. This mission marks a historic moment, and it aims to demonstrate in-space satellite docking, a rare technological feat. Alongside India's push towards privatization of the space sector, signals our ambition to join the elite global space club.
3, 2, 1, 0.
This year has been very good for the Indian space ecosystem.
ISRO has got its own space docking experiment.
We saw the launch of the space docking experiment, where the Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle launched the 2 satellites into space on December 30th, 2024. In fact, ISRO opened the year. On January 1st, 2024, India launched the ExpoSat satellite, a satellite meant to study black holes and resolve mysteries of many stars. Very soon after, India's Aditya L1 satellite, India's space-based solar observatory, reached its final destination, and since then, it has continued to do good work and give back good science to India. India also tested the reusable launch vehicle, or the Pushpak, a very unique winged vehicle which will take India into the next frontier when India decides to finally master it. Pushpak is a very unique space launch vehicle. No other country is trying to master a winged vehicle in space. India also used the Falcon 9 rocket from SpaceX to launch a heavy-duty Indian satellite made for the private sector. It was a commercial launch by ISRO's public sector undertaking, or the commercial arm of ISRO, New Space India Limited. It was launched from USA.
Stage separation.
Stage 2 setup. Stage 1 setup.
India also helped open foreign direct investment in the space sector. This gave a big fillip for the space startups and the space ecosystem to flourish. One big thing this year has been that Prime Minister Narendra Modi-led government gave a space vision going up to 2047. And within the year, clearances of over 20,000 crores were given, which include the making of the Bharatiya Antariksh Station by 2035 and sending a human to the surface of Moon by 2040. In between, there were several small launches like that of the small satellite launch vehicle. But the SpaceX mission is a culmination of a highly successful year. A year in which India's space sector has brought glory for the country. For every rupee spent in the space sector has given back 2 rupees and 52 paise for India. India's space economy is growing by the day. With camera person Sushil Rathi in New Delhi, Pallav Bagla for NDTV.
Sources say that the Indian government is actively monitoring the challenges faced by the Indian H-1B visa holders amid a surge in backlash and profiling of IT and management professionals by the far-right groups in the United States. Here's a report.
I will fight for you with every breath in my body, and I will never, ever let you down.
The fierce war of words in the final days of 2024 over the prized H-1B visa saw many faces of the Tesla chief Elon Musk and US President-elect Donald Trump. From threatening to go to war on the matter to calling the program broken and calling for major reforms, Musk flip-flopped on the visa just like his ally Trump. Before Musk, it was Trump who dithered over H-1B visas. Trump's insistent calls for sharp curbs on immigration were central to his election victory in November over President Joe Biden. He is vowed to deport all undocumented immigrants and limit legal immigration. However, his stance on H-1B visa has been more complicated. In 2015, while campaigning for his first term in office, Trump claimed that H-1B visas are decimating Americans, allowing outsiders to take away jobs from hardworking Americans. He proposed to increase the minimum wage for H-1B visa workers, thus discouraging companies from hiring them. In 2017, as President Trump issued the Buy American, Hire American order, his first public order against the H-1B visa. And in 2020, Trump suspended issuing new H-1B visas altogether, hurting Indian techies. However, much has changed since then for Trump. While he continued to drive his anti-immigration rhetoric during his election campaigns, his stance on H-1B visa has softened, with him even promising students automatic green cards. He has now backed Musk, saying he always liked H-1B visas. While the H-1B visa debate is raging on in the US, the Indian government is keeping a close eye on the brewing controversy and the backlash against H-1B visa holders and the profiling of IT and management professionals. All eyes will be on Musk and Trump to see what new faces one can expect to see in 2025. And only time will tell how it will impact India. Disha Bagchi for NDTV.
And as the countdown to the Mahakumbh nears, Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath visited Prayagraj. This is his 5th visit to Prayagraj in a month. The UP Chief Minister, he in fact said that all amenities are ready for the devotees. Time for a very short break, but before we go, here's wishing all the NDTV viewers a happy, healthy and prosperous New Year. May 2025 bring you joy, success and unforgettable moments. Cheers to a fantastic year ahead.